New tonight at 5, a 65-year-old man has died from his injuries after his Chickasaw home went up in flames. An officer who happened to be on patrol in the area found the burn victim on the sidewalk, along with two men who pulled him out of the fire. NBC 15's Lisa Labrignac lets us know why the victim could not escape.
A neighbor who wants to remain anonymous tells me his wife heard Thomas Hanks yelling from inside his home. That's when the neighbor ran across the street, knocked the door down, seeing flames and Mr. Hanks on his knees, saying he can't get out. The Chickasaw house fire broke out on the 500 block of Southwest Boulevard around 12:30 Thursday morning. A Chickasaw police officer who was on patrol happened to pass by
and noticed the burned victim on the ground with burns across his body, and a neighbor was out there as well. The neighbor heard the victim screaming for help, and so he ran next door, and the house was engulfed in flames. And he, along with the motorists who passed by, was able to throw some water inside of the house in front, which cleared the way for them to see the victim, and they were able to pull him out of the house.
65-year-old Thomas Hanks was the man who lived here. Neighbors tell me he wasn't in the best health either, making it difficult for him to escape the blaze. Captain McDuffie tells me Hanks later died at the hospital from his injuries.
A family member was notified as well.
The neighbor and another man who happened to be in the area were the ones who helped pull Hanks out of the fire. The neighbor that I spoke with was distraught and can't get the image of Hanks pleading for help out of his head, saying Hanks has always been a good man. He even let him stay in his home during a hurricane about 20 years ago. The reason why the neighbor doesn't want to be on camera is because he says the story isn't really about him, but he does want people to make sure they always have a fire extinguisher on hand, because even if you may not need it, what if your neighbor does? In Chickasaw, Lisa Labrignac, NBC 15 News.